Shalom, this is Reverend John Ferret. And have you had anybody ever say to you, this is the day that the Lord hath made, and we'll rejoice and be glad in it? I have a little difficulty with this in the sense that I remember 9/11. I remember the Minneapolis riots after George Floyd was murdered, or the hundreds and hundreds of people shot every weekend and killed in my hometown, Chicago. These are the days that the Lord hath made? No way.
So the Bible verse actually says, this is the day which the Lord has made. That Hebrew in the phrase, this is the day, points to the stone had become something. And that was the day the Lord made. Well, God's stone had become the headstone, the beginning stone that establishes the walls of a building. And the entire building depends upon that cornerstone. The stone of the Lord. Our relationship with Him is dependent upon the first stone, the beginning stone. When we take a look at the tabernacle in Sinai, it's easily proved in the Bible that looking from the holy place out, you had to face east, which is also true then of the temple in Jerusalem in Jesus' day. Therefore, the walls of the entire temple complex had to be established according to true north, where one wall would go from south to north and the other one would go from west to east. So looking at that red circle, the red circle points to where the cornerstone would be. This is not the cornerstone, would be below this one, but that cornerstone had to be set perfectly so that one side was going from south to north and the other side was going from west to east.
And so God's house can be built perfectly according to His word.
Now, there's a possible alternative interpretation to the idea of a corner. Take a look at Merriam-Webster's dictionary. You'll have the definition of a corner that you're used to, but there is an equivalent definition. It's a place where two roads meet. And so therefore, what if the roads are curved? Well, that means where they meet is not a square corner, not a corner with 90-degree angles. It's like an arch. The left side and the right side of an arch curve up to its corner, to its pinah. And there you put in the keystone of the arch. When you build an arch, you normally put up a wooden structure of some sort, and then you lay the stones that will be the arch itself, and you cement them and mortar them or whatever you need to do, and then finally you lay in the keystone and the arch is complete. And the entire arch depends upon the keystone for holding it up. The entire arch depends upon that last stone of God.
Haven Haita lerosh pina, we read in Psalm 118, the stone has become the head stone of the corner. Isaiah 44:6, I am the first and the last. As we take a look at those two views of the headstone of a corner, we have the cornerstone, the first stone, and we have the last stone, the keystone of an arch. This fits a picture that God is the first and the last. So we could read those verses in Psalm 118 this way. God's stone, which the builders rejected, has become the beginning and the end. This is the Lord's doing. It's marvelous in our eyes. That is the day which the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it.
So we live today, and no matter what circumstances, we know God. We know God is our rock. He is the keystone of the arch. He is the cornerstone of the walls of the building. He is the first and the last. And in Him, we live and move and we have our being. So today we rejoice. We rejoice in the fact that there was a day when God's stone became the headstone of the corner. But is there more? You bet. I'll see you in episode 3. Shalom.